One man in Hollywood who is seemingly not a fan of Hollywood despite being called one of the biggest stars in Hollywood is The Rock. He recently sat down for an interview where he talked about all the problems surrounding Black Adam, which is the critics, they were the problem, and the awkwardness surrounding Henry Cavill's return and firing. So first up, speaking about the critics, The Rock said that it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's all business, but he didn't appreciate that a couple of the critics took shots at the film and didn't like it. Now, a lot of people pointed out, obviously the interviewers didn't, that a lot of critics did not in fact like this film, but it is what it is. The Rock is seen as one of these actors who's bulletproof in Hollywood. Obviously, sometimes he has pretty bad films that make a lot of money. Other times, he has bad films that don't make a lot of money. There was a lot riding on Black Adam because they were seeing this as sort of a future and a giant franchise for The Rock to be a part of. A lot of empty promises were, of course, built on this film, especially the ending, because this was supposed to be a new era of DC. We know that The Rock was going to kind of spearhead this new direction with the people over at WB, and they were bringing back Henry Cavill. And there's been conflicting reports in regards to what exactly he meant and how exactly was he back and for how long. The Rock then talked a little bit about this, talking about James Gunn and Peter Safran specifically, talking about the fact that he never really talked to them, and when everything came down the line, he knew what was happening, and obviously he had a conversation with them finally. He's out, Henry Cavill is out, and he said that this was an awkward situation because there was a lot of promises that were made that aren't being delivered on. And there's a lot more here in regards to the whole Henry Cavill situation, which is just kind of muddled up in he said, she said, they said, I said. So whatever you make of that, again, it's up to you. I know some people believe that Henry Cavill was fully hired and given a giant contract. We've learned since that that was never the case. He was brought back for the cameo, but that was it. There was nothing in place. The Rock kind of addresses this, saying that they were looking at a bigger future and had some ideas, but those ideas can't happen because they don't call the shots anymore. So that's all in the past, and it's time to look forward to whatever the future holds, which, you know, there's nothing really more you can add to this other than things happened and they didn't end up going the way many people thought they would, especially The Rock. And I don't think there's anything bad inherently with what he's saying, but it is interesting. He is saying that the critics are kind of at fault with the film not succeeding, when the film not succeeding had a lot more to do with not just the reviews, but also the fact that people just didn't want to see Black Adam and they had no interest in it. So make of this what you will.